I didn't actually notice. Not that I wasn't paying attention, mind. I'm very attentive normally. But I think because all my focus was looking right ahead, I didn't think to look behind. Story of my life. I'd already been waiting 20 minutes. And truth be told, I hadn't been in the co-op since they opened the Aldi round the corner, literally half the cost. I did feel bad, of course, like I was betraying them. And I missed my chats with Pat, but I still waved at her when I went by. Anyway, Aldi don't have brand chocolates, and yesterday I just had this overwhelming craving for mini eggs. And for some reason I thought, oh, the co-op will have them. So there I was, queuing again. The Aldi queue had whizzed by. Oh yes, a wait, but all of 10 minutes. And they let us in 6 at a time. And I saw Maureen in the toiletries aisle, and they had bog rolls. So, a bounteous visit, some might say. Co-op. Not only were it 20 minutes in when the incident happened, but we'd still hardly moved down the pavement because of their one-in, one-out policy. So I was literally on the verge of, oh, sod this, there's a Tesco down the road, I'll go there. When this elderly gentleman walked by, stopped and said, "You're too close to her." It took me a little while, but I said, "I'm sorry." And he said, "Not you, him," pointing. And right behind me, and I mean literally right behind me, this youngish lad, probably 20s or 30s, tall, T-shirt, no coat, tattoos, and he were right there, next to me, down my neck practically, and no sign of any 2 meters gappage going on, or seeming concerned at all about how close he was to me. "What's your problem, Grandad?" he managed. "Don't you Grandad me, mate," the old fellow said, brandishing his walking stick. He'd been in Aldi too. "You'll want to be stepping away from the lady," he continued. "Well, maybe just a bit, dear, sorry, but 2 meter rule and all," I said, half-heartedly interjecting. "Oh, you can shut it and all." And that's when, well, I said, "I beg your pardon?" "Shut your fanny flap and face forward, you old bint. There's no rules going on, not legally, spacing bullshit. If I'd got it, you'd know about it, believe me." And he sort of shook his head dismissively, keeping his hands in his pockets, pet hate of mine. I paused for a moment, and then I waved the older gentleman away with a smile, as I could see that he was getting more and more agitated, and I was worried about his cold meats in what was in that part of the pavement direct sunlight. And I turned to the lanky Stripe, and I made direct eye contact with him, and I whispered very softly, "You might not have it, but I might." "What you on about?" I started to smile at this point. "Well, maybe I've got it, and this is me letting you know about it." I winked. The audacity of me. "But you're ancient. If you'd got it, you'd be dead, wouldn't you?" "No, not dead, no. What did my doctor say? Oh, yes, just infectious. Very infectious." I put a hand to my chest. Oops. Well, you should have seen his face. The blood drained from it all the way down into his Nikes. He turned and legged it, covering his mouth and nose. Literally legged it. Nearly collided with the gentleman Samaritan making his way back home as he did so. Ah, how I laughed. Shared a smile and a brief hello with the woman behind me, turned and moved forward by about 4 meters, because while this had been going on, the queue had gone down, see? Things are better when you face forward. I tell you, the madness of some people. They forget, of course, that I might actually be mad myself. It always comes as a surprise. Karma bit me slyly for my lies, though, as when I finally got inside. Did they have any mini eggs? Oh, dear listener, they did not. Had to make do with a £1 Terry's chocolate orange and a bag of twirl bites. But I got my chat with Pat. Well, first time in yonks. "What have you been doing with yourself during all this then?" she asked me. "Oh, just terrorising the youth of tomorrow," I replied. Well, you got to do something. Anyhow, how were your day?